This is a 3-season lightweight backpacking tent meant for solo backpackers. And today I'll be letting you guys know everything you need to know about it. It is the naturehike Cloud Up 1-person tent, and they also have a 2-person and also a 3-person if you are looking for extra space. It comes with an inner mesh tent just so you could keep the bugs out and you may look at the stars during the night. An outer rain fly to keep any unwanted rain out. It also has a footprint to prevent any abrasions on the bottom of your tarp. An aluminum Y-frame to keep it lightweight and to make it super easy and quick to set up. A strap to hold everything together. They also got a carrying bag and 12 stakes included. Now let's take a look into the features of this product. The very first thing to notice is the Y-frame design that connects to the outer rain fly and the footprint. This helps reduce the total weight of the tent while providing a stable structure in windier conditions. And to attach the frame to the tent, there are double-headed hangers that you need to twist on. And this is a really unique feature that I have not seen on any other tents. The bug net and outer rain fly, there is a buckle to keep both the doors open just for better ventilation whenever you want to keep the tarp open. Additionally, on the outer rain fly, there is another vent so you may open to reduce the condensation from within the tent. The outer rain fly has buckles that connects to the mesh layer so you can never lose your rain fly if all of the stakes have been ripped out. There is a vestibule to keep your shoes or pack protected from the weather. And finally, there are 10 tie-out points around the entire tent just to keep everything staked out for the night. Now let's take a look at the specs of this product. The total weight is 3.3 pounds or 1.5 kilograms. The total packed size is 17.7 inches or 4.5 inches along the width. The tent, when set up, is 82.7 inches on the length. For the width, it's 43.3 inches. And finally, 39.7 inches on the height of the frame. The tent fly and the floor are made of 20D nylon with a silicone coating, which has 4,000 millimeters of waterproofing. Be sure to like or comment on this video as it does help a ton to push this video out to many others just like yourself looking for a tent. Now let's take a closer look at the quality of this tent. There are 2 Velcro pieces just to fold over the zipper to prevent any water leakage from within the tarp. Now they have this on both the bug net and outer rain fly, tucked just behind the rain fly door. This clasp, you squeeze it and it'll feed through the rope. All you do is loop it, cinch it down on there, and it holds the door open. There is a bit of lifting going on, which that is not going to cause any issue. That's just, they got nice taped seams along the outer edge, not on the door where the zipper is, which would be a good addition just so there's no leakage through this so it doesn't leak on any of your pack, but that's all right for the price. Now if you are looking to be more stealthy, these probably aren't buckles that you would enjoy just because they are reflective, but if you are in the middle of the night trying to find your tent, as it is a bit of a darker blue, it'll help you find your tent in the dark. At the inside, checking all the corners and all the taped seams, everything seems to look good. It feels good, doesn't feel like it's gonna lift up. And I know Naturehike definitely does use good quality tape seams. They do a good job at it. So around all of the edges, I have used this in rain and I haven't seen any leakage on the inside yet. So as you open, if you are at a nice location like a lake, get to open the door and see the view. Now I'm not anywhere amazing right now, but when I am on camping trips, for sure, that's definitely a plus. I do like the access being at the feet. I used to like it being at the sides of the tent,
But I've now transitioned into liking it being at the feet because I am able to kick off my boots, get all my gear in front of me. Yes, it does block my way in case I do need to get out the tent, but this is a minimalistic design. So I can't be expecting that for the weight difference. Now I will say one thing that I do think could definitely be improved is these zipper toggles right here. These, I could feel they're not a very good quality, and it has happened to me on my very first use. One of these just completely ripped off, and I mean, of course it's double-sided and I still put it back on, but just the fact of it being the first time on my very first use of it breaking, it's just not a good sign. Now, before buying any sort of tent, of course you guys want to see just how much you can fit in here. So as an example, I'll be putting my Nemo Tensor extra wide pad in here. Well, wide pad, 24 inches wide, and just the rest of my gear. So now that we got the Nemo switch back in there, I'm gonna put the Nemo Tensor wide pad in here. So as you can see, there's about 6 inches on each side left of space. As for the headroom, there's about 7 inches to the head, and another 6 inches here. So you got a good amount of space in here. Next to the door, there are 2 triangular pockets. Fit whatever you like. Up here is a hook. Hang any lights you want. I'm gonna show you guys just how to set up this tent. I'm not gonna show you guys anything that comes with, as you guys already had seen previously in the video. Now we're gonna set up the tent. So now we're gonna set up the tent. Everything fits on the inside of this carrying bag. Here's the stakes, the floor mat, here's the Y-frame, and the rest that's in here is the rain fly and the outer and the inner bug net. And what's nice is if you guys do have troubles setting it up, it also has instructions embedded on the inside of the carrying bag. But first thing you want to do is open the aluminum Y-frame. Very simple to set up. As you guys are probably familiar with this style, it has that stretchy bungee cord on the inside of the stakes. So it almost sets itself up. I did that in about 15 seconds, and on each side and on each corner that the frame will go on has these holes just to fit the aluminum Y-frame in. I always like to go from one corner to the next and not starting with the exact same side, just so that way I can always keep tension on the poles. Tension, but don't worry, these are very flexible. You guys can see just how much pressure I'm putting on these. It's not gonna rip or snap the frame. Look at this. Look how close I could get these. So don't worry about that. Fit it in its slots. You got the twist locking system, very simple and fast to attach to the poles. That way, if you guys would like, once you attach these, you may just Now, if I was in a very clean area where I didn't have to worry about any needles puncturing the bottom of the tarp or tent, now if I wanted to, I could just sleep in it right now, but I do worry about these pine needles. I don't want those poking me in the back or poking right through the tent, so I will be sure to put a floor mat. But if you guys were in a nice field or even want to watch the stars during the night and you knew there wasn't going to be any rain, This is really all you would need. Super fast and simple to set up. Very smooth side facing down on the ground and the rougher side facing up. And another thing, keep the logos out. Companies always want to showcase their logos, so the Nature Hike will be on the outside of the tarp when the floor mat is attached to the posts. So all I like to do, just flip the tent right on its side with these existing, with the pole still sticking out. Place the floor mat over top of it. Same thing on the bottom end. And finally on this corner. And now you have your floor mat covering the bottom of your tarp, protecting you from any rain that would come through, or any abrasions on the bottom of your tent. Now you just go ahead, place the tent stakes in. When setting up any tarp, I usually like to get quite lazy, and I don't like putting in as many stakes as they would like you to, so I like to reuse the same exact stakes as much as I can. Now that we're adding the rainfly, personally, I like to add the first buckle in from the back. Now that it's clipped in, come to the front side. And I really love how all you gotta do is just attach these quick release buckles, so you aren't playing any games with any knots or any sort of annoying clasps that particular brands have on their tarps. Now, as this is the front, this is going to be the vestibule. After securing the vestibule, now I've already clipped on this buckle, but it attaches the rainfly to the inner floor mat. And this also, when staked out, makes a bigger floor space on the inside for you. Here's on each corner, so it is very user-friendly, and you don't got to be messing around with knots when you're just trying to go to sleep. The total cost of this product is 158 Canadian dollars or 112 US dollars. If you haven't already, be sure to subscribe to the channel so you guys don't miss out on future gear reviews just like this one. And if you guys have been looking for the lightest trekking poles in the world, be sure to click this video here, and hopefully I see you guys in the next video. Setting up this tent is fast and easy, and I bought this tent because of the size, weight, and price. Nature Hike is a popular budget-friendly brand that does not sacrifice their quality just for an extra buck.